How's doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much for joining me on another episode of CD Shaving. I am Chad, your host. So, tonight we're doing a very, very special soap review. This soap review has an interesting story behind it. Catie's Bubbles Tonsorial Parlour. Tonsorial Parlour. Now, Tonsorial Parlour is a shave soap that, it also has its aftershave splash, which I have right here. And again, it's made by Catie's Bubbles. The shaving soap that comes in a 2.0 ounce container. And the aftershave splash comes in a 50 milliliter container. And they are both vegan based. The soap is $8 at catiesbubbles.com, and the aftershave is $12 at the same site. So for more information on Catie's Bubbles and its owner, Chris Cullen, visit some of my other videos on Catie's Bubbles Lather and Catie's Bubbles Connecticut Shade. All the information is there. So moving on, this particular soap contains stearic acid, water, coconut oil, potassium hydroxide, shea butter, fragrance, sodium hydroxide, jojoba oil, sodium lactate, and glycerin. The scent notes in it are bergamot. Big bergamot fan for me. I know not everybody likes bergamot. They're kind of sometimes, but for me, I love bergamot. But moving on, lavender, litsi, cubeba, petitgrain, citronella, geranium, and oak moss. Also a huge oak moss fan. Catie's Bubbles has another soap, Lather where there's oak moss, and that one, if you like oak moss, also suggest that particular soap. So, this soap is inspired by Mr. Cullen's vision of the smell of a high-end Victorian tonsorial parlor. One word to sum it up when asked Mr. Cullen, Victorian. Of course. And then he went on to reiterate that it was his idea of a really high-class 1800s Victorian tonsorial parlor. The original formula was a joined effort of this particular soap between Joe from Italian Barber and Chris at Catie's Bubbles. This one is their third base for the soap. Originally, when they put out the soap, it came with this label right here. You can see Italian Barber and Catie's Bubbles. Right? And as time went on and different editions came out, you saw the more familiar label here. Right? So, a little bit different, but both plenty appealing. So, we're going to move on to the holiday of the day. It is National Pecan Pie Day, ladies and gentlemen. So, or National Pecan Pie, however you say it. It doesn't much matter to me because I hate them either way. I don't like pecans or pecans. So if you happen to like pecan pie or pecan pie, enjoy. If not, join me in saying, ugh. Okay, now, moving on to the gear for the shave, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be using, for the brush, Maggot razors, Tuxedo Knot in our Evershave glow-in-the-dark handle. Glow-in-the-dark is more of a novelty. No, we will not be shaving in the dark. That is quite dangerous. For the first part of the shave, we're going to continue with our trend we had the other day with the straight razor, the Gold Dollar 100. Finishing up the shave, we'll be using our Mule R41 feather blade, ready to go, soaking in the water because I like my blades warm. Now, let's move on to the more important part here. We all know, if you've tried Catie's Bubbles, how it performs. This stuff is top-notch. Fantastic. If you don't have a Catie's Bubbles, pick one up. It really doesn't matter what the scent is. They're all fantastic. But this stuff, I definitely get his vision on that. It does make me think Victorian style. Victorian style anything, but Victorian, like I can picture being inside of a Victorian style room with the real fancy chairs with the buttons all in them and everything to that nature. Yeah. Let's get this brush loaded up and get this shave underway, shall we? So I hope everybody has had a good day. Today, it has been raining. Raining since I got home. And let me tell you something. The rain is much welcomed because my car is covered in pollen. My car is black. But if you look at it, it looks yellow. Yeah, and I think I'm all set with the yellow car. Yellow car is not my thing. So we're loading it right up here. This is probably, we're going to go with 30 to 40 second load. And that's probably overdoing it. Catie's Bubbles doesn't usually require that much. But during a review, I'm going to load the heck out of it. Alright, that should be enough for our face shave. We'll take the crap that's out of there, or that's all fluffed in there, and scoop it out. Okay. Oop, almost forgot our trusty Allen block here. This stuff is fantastic. It really is. Catie's Bubbles, you can't go wrong. If you're a new wet shaver and you're looking for something to, to try out, Catie's Bubbles all day long. You're not going to go wrong with them. Look at this, man. Plenty of lather. And again, if you're new to wet shaving, lather with both hands. All right. We are rocking and rolling, ready to go. We're going to do our first pass on the camera, or on film, with a straight razor. And then we'll move on, depending on what, how we're doing for time. Now, those of you that are looking to challenge yourself with a different type of razor, just for fun, I suggest a straight. Is it absolutely necessary? No. But it gives a great shave once you learn it. First impressions, well, fantastic. This soap shaves really nice. I expect nothing less from Catie's Bubbles. On to the other side. These gold dollars, not that I really have anything to compare it to, but shave nice. All right. I realize I haven't been doing a whole lot of talking during this shave, but that's because the straight requires a little bit more concentration. So we're going to go ahead and, not a bad pass. This side's a little bit smoother than this side, but that's all right. We're going to demonstrate the second, the relathering, so you guys can see. There's plenty of general residual slickness. I love Catie's Bubbles for that reason. I like a ton of residual slickness. And that's really saying a lot for me, because when I first started wet shaving, I didn't really know what it was, and I could give a crap about it less. As you can see, relathered beautifully. Set, ready to go. All right. We're going to go ahead and give this a couple more passes, get the shave finished up here, and we'll come back with our remarks on this review and talk a little bit more about the soap. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The shave has been completed. I've done some post-shave treatments here, as you can see. Really good shave, no blemishes, no bleeders, no irritation, no razor bumps. The shave of nose. We have Thayer's Witch Hazel, rose petal. Threw that on afterwards, applied it with a little bit of afterwards, put a little bit of Nivea on that. Cleaned up the razors, cleaned up the brush, put the razors away, stropped the razor, as it is very important. Cheers. Now, just to recap, we did review Catie's Bubbles Tonsorial Parlour. Excellent soap. The smell is fantastic. I really like it. It does have kind of an older style smell to it. It makes you think, if you're a history buff, it makes you think of the older times. But what a fantastic scent it is. I can't wait to throw on the pairing aftershave. So, Mr. Cullen, nice job. Again. This is nice. Just a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, definitely something I'm going to be reaching for. Yeah, I like this. I don't know if you can see the labels or the notes on this. This is a sharp citrus and florals with a powdery finish. Yeah, it does. It does, but it's not powdery in the sense that it's like baby powder. Not at all. Tonsorial powder. Now that's what it smells like. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. I am Chad with CD Shaving. If you guys have any comments, questions, or you just want to say hi, throw it in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Always like to get that ticker up there. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you knock that bell on the top so that way you get a notification every time we do a new video. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, I am Chad with CD Shaving, and we'll see you guys on the next video.